Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Viking, of course, and this is my review for Superman and Lois episode 3. So far this season, I've been absolutely loving it. I really have. Episode 1, the pilot, I thought it was interesting, a nice take. Kind of taking elements from Snyder, Donner, Smallville, and also trying to do its own thing. Also getting inspiration from the comics. Episode 2 had a great time as well. Some good fight sequences, some good cinematography. And this episode, for me, not a lot happened, but I still enjoyed it because I like these characters. I like the arcs that's going on. We got some background information. We got some character development. So I did like those elements a lot, even though not a lot of big things happened. I still enjoyed the episode. You know, but the episode opens with the Clark family trying to decide what color to paint their house. They have like a paint fight. They're having a lot of fun. It was nice to see, a very sweet moment. But of course, Clark, being Superman, hears something going on, a devastating occurrence going on in China. A bridge is about to collapse. He has to rush to China to save the people, and that was a real Superman moment right there. I like it. He was saving people from their cars falling from the bridge, you know. Unbelievable stuff. And I like how Clark was able to hear as far as China and then go to China and save those people. So that was the opening scene. And you know what? It was pretty cool to see a really cool scene that really personifies Superman. So I really like that a lot. There's also some nice interesting elements in this episode between the two teenagers. Of course, Jonathan and Jordan. Jordan is the one with Clark's powers, but not fully like Clark yet. Jor-El did tell Clark that your son will never be as powerful as you, but I think that's kind of a lie. I think he will end up being powerful, and we're already seeing signs of that. He has strength. We don't know what kind of speed he has yet, but he definitely has laser vision or laser eyes, so that's something that's definitely going to progress throughout this season and into season 2, so I'm interested to see how that goes. But yeah, Jordan decides to join the football team, and that's a bad idea because of course his powers, his strength, and even when he plays one game, he's overpowering people, he's tackling them hard, and it's really not a good sign because people are going to find out that he might be Superman's son and Superman might be in Smallville, because Clark is like, look, I don't want him to be playing football like this because it will look bad. He could hurt someone. It could expose them. So Clark's point of view is pretty interesting, but it's interesting from Jonathan's point of view because back in Metropolis, he was the big football star. He was the popular one. He comes to Smallville. He isn't on the team as much. He isn't as popular, and it's interesting. But Jordan went through a lot of trauma. He's been bullied in his life. No, he's not ultimately a happy person. So when he gets these powers, he feels kind of special, but he wants to kind of show off. He wants to be popular. He wants to kind of be strong, you know. And then when Clark tries to put him in a box, you know, he starts to act out again, and you know, and stuff like that. And there's a confrontation between Clark and Jordan as well about, you've always been lying to us about being Superman. You're, you know, I'll never be as powerful as you, and you know, I'm a freak, and all these kind of things. So there was a nice there was an exchange between those two, which was kind of heartbreaking to see. And Clark is just trying to do his best. He's trying to be a father, but he's also trying to be Superman. That's a big element of this show that I really like. In other interpretations of Superman, we got to see Superman dealing with being Superman, trying to struggle with that. But in this, he's very much okay with being Superman, but he struggles with being a father. So I did like that a lot. There's also a nice, interesting element with Sarah, of course. A year previous to the show, she tried to kill herself. She's going through a lot of stuff emotionally. She doesn't really trust her mother that much. They kind of have a fight. But then, you know, with Lana, they kind of have a fight, but by the end of the episode, they kind of make up with each other and they're kind of best friends again. But I don't know how long that will last. But yeah. And look, Jonathan and Jordan are getting bullied because Jordan kissed Sarah, Sarah had a boyfriend, Sean, which they break up in this episode. So Sean's buddies are picking on Jordan and Jonathan. But it's settled now. It seems to be all okay because Jordan tackled Sean pretty hard in a football training game, and Sean is kind of forgiven now. You know, he said sorry and stuff like that. So they seem to be okay with that. Lois is investigating Edge, the big corporate businessman who has come to Smallville to try and bring business and money and jobs to Smallville. But in other businesses and other ventures, he has become a bad person. He has brought money at the start to towns, but by the end of his reign, it turns to be bad. People lose their job, people lose money, and businesses and towns go to shambles because of him. And Lois is trying to investigate this and show people that this person is not a savior. Edge is not a savior for this town. He's actually a bad thing for Smallville, but people don't want to hear it because he's providing jobs, he's providing money, so people are very much blinded. But of course, Lois is now writing in Smallville, and a woman comes to Lois saying, look, my son worked with Edge and I haven't seen him since. So Lois very much is alarmed by this. She wants to investigate everything that's going on, and it turns out to be bad because she's digging too deep. Her car is burnt out, and later in the episode when she goes and visits that woman, she is badly hurt because someone has hurt her, and It looks like this guy is about to hurt Lois as well, kill Lois, but she has a button, which was a pretty cool scene. She has a button she presses, and Clark comes, of course, as Superman, takes down the guy, but the guy is not human. He has some sort of powers, and he was actually able to hold his own against Superman. I didn't like a part of that fight scene because Superman was actually hurt. He was kind of knocked out for a second. This guy was kind of powerful. He was holding his own. I'm like, this is Superman. This isn't an alien being he's fighting. This isn't someone with kryptonite. This is just someone with some powers. It's Superman. Please don't make Superman weak in the show, because in the Supergirl interpretation of Superman, of Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, they did do that, and I didn't like that whatsoever because they made him so weak, and I was annoyed at that. But I hope they don't do it in this show as much. I like if it makes sense for the story, then all means do it. But in this episode, this was just a random guy who came in who had powers. You don't really know any background to it. But Superman prevailed. He fought back. He beat the guy, and that was it. So that was interesting. I did like that a lot. So we're going to have to see how that progresses. But Captain Luthor wasn't in this episode at all, something that I was kind of surprised about. And he's a character that I'm very much interested in, because in the pilot in episode 2, pretty badass, cool suit, had a very cool kind of storyline and arc of why he's trying to kill this Superman, because this Superman is not the Superman from his Earth. He's from a different Earth altogether, but the Superman in his Earth went bad and killed people. So maybe he's coming to this Earth to prevent that before it happens. So I'm interested to see how that arc develops. Then by the end of the episode, the bad guy who was trying to kill Lois and Superman fought. He got away, of course, but he was in a car on a phone to somebody. I don't know who he was on the phone to, but yeah. Then a woman is standing in the road, and he stops his car, and the woman has laser beams through her eyes and kills the guy. So is there another Kryptonian? Is this a Supergirl? Is this somebody got to do from Krypton, or is it somebody from an alternate timeline, a different Earth? It well could be. So it looks like Clark is going to have his hands full with another Kryptonian. It looks like a Kryptonian, might not be, but the same kind of similar powers. And so we're going to have to see how that develops. Overall, this episode, guys, I really enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the show so far. The writing's pretty good, the story arcs, the character development, the cinematography, the visual effects. Now, we only got one real fight scene. Well, one big CGI fest was the start of the episode on the bridge when Clark had to save people. And the CGI was a little bit wonky, but you know what? I didn't mind it too much. It was okay. It didn't stand out of place. It didn't make me think, oh my god, that's terrible. Not at all. But I hope the visual effects, the cinematography, the story, the arcs, all maintain the quality that they've set up in the first 3 episodes, because if they don't, I will be disappointed. I hope the budget is out like this throughout the entire episode, because if it falls away in episode 5, 6, 7, 8, it can hurt the show big time, because there is a lot of action sequences in this. And Clark, Tyler Hoechlin as Superman, I really like. I think he's brilliant in the suit. He looks good. Very much has good acting chops for this role. I think he's proven a lot of people wrong saying that he was a bad Superman, he was terrible, that kind of stuff. I don't believe it whatsoever. I think everyone's doing a great job in this show so far, so hopefully it maintains the quality, because I am enjoying it. I really am, and it's taking inspiration from Snyder, Donner. It's doing its own thing. It's also paying tribute to the comics, Smallville. It's taking all these variables and putting them into one show, and ultimately giving us some good entertainment. So I'm looking forward to it. Episode 4 next week. I think after episode 6 they're taking a break, because Supergirl's coming back for its last season, which I'm kind of disappointed about, because I want to continue Superman and Lois because I love it so much, but it will come back eventually in a few weeks. But guys, what was your thoughts on Superman and Lois episode 3? Did you like it? Do you like this show so far? Is Tyler Hoechlin proving you wrong? Did you think he was a bad Superman? Is he doing a good job? What would you change about this show? What would you like to see about this show? And if you don't like it, let me know below. Okay, I'll be respectful to each other's opinions. That's what it's all about. Films are subjective. Guys, if you like this review, if you like the channel, some trailer reactions, of course, some video reviews, movies, TV show breakdown, news, all that kind of stuff is on this channel. If you like it, I would appreciate giving a subscription if you do enjoy it, and come back and check out the other videos. Give a like, let me know below, follow me on all the social medias. That stuff is in the end credits, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Next week's episode 4 of Superman and Lois. I'm loving it so much. Can't wait to review next week's episode for you guys. Guys, enjoy, do something that makes you happy, be nice, watch a movie that makes you smile. It's the most perfect thing in the world. Okay, I'll see you then, guys.